Yep, all these videos are happening at the same time in the same shirt. No, I didn't wear the same clothes for like 10 days, but my boys are sleeping, which means that I take all of my amped up energy. I made a list last night of all the videos that I need to make, so I'm making them all at once. And this one is about sponsoring tips. If there is anything that I get asked about in this business, it's sponsoring. I get asked sponsoring all the time. So, sponsoring tips. One is that this is a numbers game, 100% all the way numbers game. That means that the more women you contact, the more no's that you collect, the closer you are to your next yes, to your next person who's going to sign up on your company. So that's the first thing I'm going to say is it's a numbers game. So if you have 100 friends on your Facebook and you are, we talked about not beating dead horses, but you keep contacting the same women, or you're frustrated because, well, I'm posting on my Facebook and these 100 women are not responding to my messages, or they're not responding to my posts, and I'm sharing and I'm not selling, which are things that we're going to talk about. I'm doing all of it and nobody, my 100 people won't respond. Make new friends. The first thing is it is a numbers game. So that means, first and foremost, you need to be reaching as many women as possible. So that means the grocery store. That means buying the t-shirts, dude. I probably have, I think I have 3 sweatshirts and like 6 mascara sweatshirts, t-shirts and stuff at this point, because you know what? It is easier for me because I'm a very non-confrontational person. It is way easier for me to wear that around and have girls be like, ooh, and kind of notice, and I'm like, oh, hey, oh, did you notice this? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that amazing mascara on Facebook. That's actually what I do for a living. Whatever it is. So those t-shirts help me break the ice in public. But in the grocery store, at the gym, start working out in Lash t-shirts, dude. You can, whatever. So I wear the t-shirts around. I wear them to play dates. I wear them everywhere because it's just enough to spark that and then when I notice that they're noticing, then I bring it up in conversation. Just bringing it up in conversation in public. I know that it feels really awkward at first, but once you get over it, it's actually awesome. I do it all the time with my waitresses, and I'll say, hey girl, oh my gosh, your eyelashes, I don't lie. If their lashes are like non-existent, I don't say this. If they're good to above average to awesome, I will say, oh my gosh, your eyes are beautiful. Is that unique mascara? Or not that mascara, I would say. Is that unique mascara? What mascara? No, it's this, I sell mascara for a living on Facebook, and it looks like the mascara I sell. Anything like that. I just bring it up in conversation to the barista at the coffee shop, to whomever. Oh yeah, I'm working at home on Facebook for my job, and I needed to get out of the house, so I came to get a cup of coffee. Bring it up. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Bring it up in conversation. And when you are connecting with those people, do whatever you can to make a connection. If it's something that you're going to see regularly, like your barista or the girl at the gym or your instructor or your, the girl, whatever, those women that you see regularly, let it kind of play out a little bit, bring it up in conversation and see where the conversations go. If she kind of, kills the conversation, she doesn't want to talk about it. If she asks questions, she might want to know more. Girl, you know what? I really actually have to go because I have to go pick up my kids, or whatever excuse you can come up with. But I would love to either connect with you on Facebook or get your phone number and maybe chat about this a little more. I'd like to share with you. That's it. That is how you connect with women in public. And so it's open mouth, open business. So that's sponsoring, you guys, is being a light. It's being in your world, knowing that there are other people who are looking for a solution to their problems, and that your business could very well be a solution to a very big problem, which could be anything from they don't want to be out of the home as much as they are, to they're not making enough money, to they just want to do something to change and better their world. Whatever their thing is, your business can solve so many problems. So that's the first thing I'm going to say is open mouth, open business, and make that happen. If you are not doing that, you're not motivated to sponsor, and you're not really working your business. You're still stuck in like much afraid land. If you guys ever read Hind's Feet on High Places, I love that book. But you're still there. Don't be that person anymore. You have something amazing. You have a gift. You have something that is beautiful and wonderful and changes lives. Don't hide it. Don't hide it under a rock, you guys. The next thing I'm going to talk about is growing your friends list. So I talked about it. I have my 100 people who are never, ever talking to me. Make friends on Facebook. So I know I've gotten several people that have said, well, I'm in groups, but I'm not making friends. Here is how you make friends in Facebook groups. So one, do not talk about your business inside of that group. I don't. One is most of the groups that I'm a part of, it's actually one of the bylaws or the rules to being in the group is you cannot talk about your business in posts. So what I do is I actually become people's friends. Isn't that weird? I comment to them. I say, oh my gosh, Shelby, I love your new hair color. I saw your new profile picture. I'm absolutely obsessed. And then Shelby, like I'll just kind of identify people in my groups. So one, let me back up a little bit in Facebook groups. Join the smaller groups. Don't be in groups with 30,000 people. So when you look up a topic, try to find the ones that are under 1,000. Because then you're going to have a little bit more repeat action and your comments aren't going to quite get as buried as they will in the really large groups. So one, find groups of things that you are interested in. Join a lot of those groups. But inside of those groups, personally, what I do is I'm a part of probably 10, but I'm really, really active in about 3. And so I become that person that people are used to seeing. So it kind of gives me credibility. And again, my groups are a little bit smaller. So I will comment on somebody's post, maybe different posts. Like as I see them post regularly, I'll kind of identify like, ooh, she's really pretty and she wears great makeup. And yeah, I'm going to chase after her. So I write her name down. Okay, I'm going to follow her posts. And so I look at her posts inside the group. And so I just make this effort to comment on them before I know it. Ooh, she's commenting back to me. And then I'm like, you know what? I think we've broken the Facebook group ice. I think I'm going to send her a friend request. So that's what I do. And so I have probably added 25 to 30 people from doing that inside of groups. I let the relationship develop a little bit, but girl, if you're in a group and you post a question and then somebody responds to your question, write back to them. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Like, what do you do for a living that you're so knowledgeable about my plant? Whatever, comment back to them, but chase down those people. Like I said, try to make some little identifiers that you're looking for women inside of that group that you're going to kind of, really go after her, comment to her. When she comments on your post, reply back to her and then send her friend requests. Request. But don't do it like, don't post about your business inside of the group. Oh my gosh, I'm a makeup artist and I do this, and this, and then add 10 people that day. They're going to identify you and they're not going to accept your request and they're probably not going to respond to you anymore inside of that group. So small group, show genuine interest, really get to know people, really, do all that stuff. What you're going to do with those women that you are adding on Facebook is what you can do is you can actually do a customized list where you are breaking down your friends. You can make these little customized friends lists. They're never going to see that they're a part of that list or what you call it or whatever. I call it unique prospects, and I add all those people from my group into there. And then when I click on that group of friends in my little newsfeed section on the left side of my Facebook, guess what happens? I see all of their newsfeed for the day. So what do? I go through, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Comment on all their stuff and let them know that I care about their lives. No, I do not talk about my business ever, directly, ever. What I do then brings me around to my next point. So that's growing your friends list. And girls, if you do not have very many friends on your Facebook, you need to be making friends on Facebook regularly, every single day, adding multiple people that you're connecting with inside of groups. Go to your high school alumni page, go to your college alumni page, go to anything and start adding people. Go to your local town, like search up your town. Your town usually has a Facebook. Start adding people that are local. Ask questions inside of groups. That's a huge one. Asking people for advice inside of groups and then adding people. Oh my gosh, you're so knowledgeable on this. I would love to send you a friend request. Like whatever it is. So that's adding to your friends list on Facebook. And then what I do, like I said, is I add them to that custom group and then I comment on their stuff. And then that brings me to my next point of sponsoring. Yes, these are all sponsoring tips, guys. This is how it's done. Then the next thing that I do is what most of you really have the concept of, and I see it on your walls all the time, and I'm very proud of you, is the concept of sharing, not selling. It's posting those posts about when you just feel beautiful, not posting your link. It's not being spammy. It's, you can talk about your promotions. You can can talk about, oh my gosh, this girl just joined my team. She's ready to change your life. You can talk about, I'm so glad I can stay home with my babies now, and I don't have to be out of the house, but I can make a living and support, help support my family and those things. So share about the business. Share what the business is doing for you. Share about how beautiful you feel. Post pictures in the makeup and all of those things. That is sharing. Share your lifestyle, but then also intermix it with your life, what you're cooking that day, or what inspires you that day, inspirational quotes, fun recipes, things to get people engaging on your wall. And so that is sharing, not selling. It's painting your life in this beautiful, motivational, very happy picture. It's not complaining on Facebook. It's being entertaining. It's being funny. It's being real or inspirational, whatever is you or who you want to be. That's what sharing, not selling is. It's like literally, it's like you are on Facebook as this beacon of light that is just beaming. And when people start seeing that and they start looking forward to your posts, and then they realize, you know what, Unique is a huge part of everything she's talking about. I wonder if Unique is part of the reason she's so happy and so fulfilled in her life. And so they're going to ask you questions. That's it. That is sharing, not selling. Those truly are some of my biggest sponsoring tips. The next thing I'm going to talk about is in sponsoring is you can do, and I recommend for most of you, I think we've talked about this before, to run a Facebook business page. Something to consider is running some sponsored posts on your Facebook that generate conversation. So I've seen ones where people will post a video, and inside the video there's like little text along the bottom, and it says, oh my gosh, I have huge news on these products, send me a message to learn more. Well, a lot of girls, if they're liking your video, are going to be like, ooh, I wonder what she's talking about. So they're sending you a message. Well, inside of that message, you say, girl, I would love to get you, free makeup in your hands. What I do when those girls message me from a sponsored post on my Facebook page is I'm hitting them up about a few things. One, boom, if you just want to shop, here you go. If you want this for free, here, and so I give a short little blurb about hostessing and hostess rewards and how amazing they are, and throwing an online party with me, and they're super fun, in like 3 sentences. And then the last thing is, but you know what, if you love this line or you're curious or whatever, you find a way to say it eloquently. And I am terrible about thinking in video, like on the spot words, but I'm really good with my typed words because I can delete them and erase them and make them sound really pretty and really concise. So I do a little blurb about getting paid. So that's the 3 levels. 1, purchase. 2, free, getting those hostess rewards, and 3, free? 2 is hostess, and 3 is the opportunity, but in a super short way. But you know what? The other option is getting paid to do exactly what I do right here on Facebook if you spend a lot of time on social media. So doing sponsored posts like that's been a huge thing for me too. I've gotten tons of parties booked off of it, and I've gotten tons of team members off of it. So that is definitely another option, is consider budgeting a certain amount each month to do sponsored posts on Facebook. I have personally found that videos are by far the most effective. So I put together my own face. I would not do this on somebody else's video, but I find my own face, and what product video is going to be the absolute strongest that I could put forward. And lately for me, that's been foundation, because my skin has gotten so good from using Unique. So I did a recent foundation video, and I have had amazing response to it. But what I did is I put text in that video that prompted girls to send me messages. And the reason that I did that is because what happens when they send me a message is we're building a relationship. And then it's not weird when I send them a friend request, and I'm letting them know about purchasing and hostessing and the opportunity in general to make money off of the business. And that, my friends, has been a huge sponsoring. So for me, those are that is the trifecta of sponsoring. That is it. That is the big whatever word you want to use that I'm totally not coming up with now. So the first one, open mouth, open business. Wear the shirts, talk about it, bring it up in person, because the more you're talking about it in person, the more genuine you are, because the truth is you have a gift and you need to share it. The second is grow your friends list on Facebook, and share, not sell. That is number 2. And number 3 is consider doing sponsored posts to reach into your cold market by doing some creative text inside of a video that is your face. Highly recommend it being your own video. And like I said, the reason I say text, the reason that I would blast across the screen huge news on these products, send me a message, is because if they are not watching it with the audio on, because most of us watch Facebook videos in bed at night, and so most of us, well, okay, I shouldn't say most, but some of us don't like to disturb people in the bed with us, so we watch things on silent, and so your text shows up whether you're talking, whether they can hear you or not, so I always do it as text. So sponsored posts, adding to your friends list, sharing, not selling, and open mouth, open business everywhere you go all the time. If you are constantly doing those things, I would say that it is impossible that you are not sponsoring. Impossible. Like I said, I do all those things all the time, and my goal is 3 girls a month, because the truth is, what did I say first? This is a numbers game. So we need to reach thousands and thousands and thousands of women with light and love and positivity, and we may get 3 women a month from it. That's the way that it works. It's a numbers game. The more people you reach, the more no's you collect, the closer you are to your yes. That's my sponsoring tip, you guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you in there.